I honestly feel bad for the author of the Newgate light novel because to witness what we did witness, not only just with the final episode today, but just the show as a whole, no one is gonna argue that the Newgate is a visual masterpiece. And the worst part is the scenes I'm going to use for a majority of this show, or for this video, are not like cherry-picked, hand-picked in this like, there's a lot of manipulation online where there'll be an in-between frame. Look at how bad Demon Slayer looks these days, and they'll take an in-between frame. These are scenes that they'll not only linger on for 20 or 30 seconds, they'll go back and show you that frame again. The Newgate source material is clearly good, because this is visually hot garbage. This is the worst thing that I watched this season. Is there worse airing this season? Probably, but, I don't watch things I don't enjoy. So why did I watch the Newgate if I thought it was butt-ass ugly? Well, it never started off that great, but man, the past third of this anime's run it got worse and worse. To the point that I will not watch a season 2. If a season 2 happens, unless there's a major shakeup in staff, I would just go read the light novel if I really want to see this show continue. Because there is something special about the story, clearly. That, the stuff they brought up in this episode, the interesting idea that there's more players, the player killers, everything like that. The Schnee and Shin relationship that could blossom, even though he has, trauma he's overcoming from a lost loved one. There's a lot of interesting stuff. And the reason why these episodes, despite feeling so ugly, flew by is because clearly the source material's great. But Jesus, man, this would have been one of the rare cases where I don't care when source materials get changed in adaptations or changes get made. I mean, I just don't care about that because they're their own individual stories, right? But if I read the Newgate light novel and I saw this anime, I would have been bashing my head against the wall, I'm convinced. The fact that it's not even just rumors that most of the staff quit, it just makes so much sense, but I don't regret watching the Newgate. If anything, it gives me a reason to just, there is a story out there that I seemingly quite enjoy, but it's probably just better off read. But yeah, why did the Newgate of all anime get more discussions online than something like Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night? Like, I legitimately have seen that. Like, certain spots on the internet, you can sometimes find more discussion for Jellyfish, but like, what happened, bros? Full live reactions over on Patreon if you want to see my full and good thoughts to any of these episodes and me break down the bullshit I'm seeing visually. It's over there exclusively. I didn't talk about episode 11 last week because I was just busy, but episode 11 was fine, and it was kind of weird because Shin's face legitimately had more consistency than that of the girls, which is not usually how it is. Shin usually has the worst face out of the bunch. Episode 12, though. Oh my. I really thought, like, I wasn't going to really hammer it in because I didn't want to be one of those people who just picks one bad wide shot or medium distance shot and say, look at how god-awful this episode looks. But bros, I be freezing this, and I'm like, damn, Shin's face looks like an abomination. Tiara? Schnee? I kid you not, I am not good with art. I'm not a good artist, I can't draw well. I am convinced I could do as good as some of these shots that I'm showing you. That ain't good. And the thing is too, even well put together anime have shots like this. They do. Maybe not to this quite extreme, but you look at it and you're like, damn, that's a goofy face. But then you're ignoring the 18 minutes that came before, or the multitude of episodes that came before where it looked very good. Like, it's not fair, but this show, like, this is the best this show looks like right here. I haven't really seen a lot of source readers of the Newgate talk about this show, and I'm gonna assume because they dropped it very early into the show's run, just because it wasn't the adaptation they thought they deserved. But I really need to know. Because clearly the source is good. There is a lot of stuff here that would work. But, like, how? Like, how disappointed are you? Because in general, I defended the Newgate because I never thought the show looked great, but for the first 6 or 7, 8 episodes, like, I almost feel like it was tolerable because it's like, okay, yeah, it's not that great visually, and while there's some ugly faces, the last third, man, burned. And that's not uncommon. If there's a poor production, like health-wise for the production, the last stretch of an anime is going to crash and burn. I appreciate that they finished the episodes. I will say that. We could have had 6 months delays and who knows if we see the episodes. So I'm not going to say I don't appreciate the staff for finishing. I do, but I don't think anyone who's involved in the staff is going to feel proud about this. And maybe that's too harsh. But here's the thing. I don't really talk about stuff I don't enjoy because I'm not going to waste my time. There's so much, there's like 80 to 100 pieces of anime from TV, OVAs, movies that get released every season. I watch like 12 to 18 a season because that's how much of them I enjoy. The stuff I don't enjoy, I move on with my life. I didn't talk about Remonster. Didn't like that show. Moved on with my life. I talk about this despite having so many issues because I legitimately enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed it, but the fact that the thing that I take away with the last stretch is just how butt-ass ugly it was. It's kind of hilarious, but Jesus, man, I thought we were all gonna meme Misfitted Demon King Academy for its piss-poor 3D, but the Newgate said, hold my beer, I'm gonna destroy and abominate these character models. But anyway, there was some interesting things that, like, I can see where the next season would go. You know, the idea of the realization that there's other players and player killers, the fact that Schnee kept it a secret because she didn't want the old Shin to come back, the person who keeps everyone away at arm's length. Do you still love this girl? Of course I do. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, no, she'll have to wait a bit. And then she kisses him. Like, there's actually good characterization here. And yeah, it's, you know, it's a little harem-y with, you know, the 3 girls wrapped around his arm, but, like, that's nothing really new for anime. We expect stuff like that. But there's legitimately stuff here that's good. It just deserved better. It deserves so much better. Like, you know, sometimes you wait for the Blu-rays, they do a little touch-ups to, you know, correct some things. There's no touching up this. You can put makeup on a pig, but it's still gonna be a pig at the end of the day. I don't know, man. Like, I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that this show was hot garbage visually. It was. And, I honestly recommend, if anyone enjoyed this, just go read the source material. Will I don't know. Like, right now, no. I'm kind of good just leaving it off here. But if I heard it got a season 2, if I watched that trailer and I was like, it's not really looking that great, I just read it at that point. But either way, I don't regret watching it, but I just have to feel bad for the author. I have to imagine they are not pleased with this adaptation. And it's not even an adaptation that's gonna sell well. Like, I don't see this cracking the charts or streaming numbers. I don't think this is gonna be even close to profitable. So it's like not even one of those situations where the author's gonna be rolling in money either, right? Like, I don't even think the production committee's gonna break even on this bad boy, but it is what it is. Let me know what you thought of the show. Think I'm too harsh on the visuals? I have had some people say they didn't think it looked that bad, which, God, I wish that were me, but, you know, if I'm actually harsh on something, you know that there's generally an issue for me anyway, because, you know, if shit bothers me, it's like, you know, a couple of bumps, but I more or less enjoyed it. This one was like, I don't regret it, but damn, if the story or characters were even a little bit worse, this thing would have been dropped so long ago, but it is what it is. Let me know what you're feeling down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course, ring that bell, and like I mentioned, we got those full live reactions over on Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll just give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we got Derek Nickel, Trap Senpai, X Nico, Shock Blaster, Nugzio, Ananan, Fuzzy, Pokemon 222, 888, Sharon, and we also have the Gentleman. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.